Both teams are gone so far. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes all the way down to the final shots.
Over to the right side. Cantor, baseline drive. Short jumper, end up Curry into the front court. Just getting started. Strap in for a good one here in Game 7. McCollum, defended by Thompson. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. Curry to bring it up. They trail by 2. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Steph Curry, defended by Lillard. Oh, he was wide open. And it's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Green to Curry. Thompson to Curry. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Textbook defense. Lillard guarded by Looney. To McCollum. C.J. McCollum missed his first. That one goes.
I don't know what.
So good.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
McCollum and scores on the step back. Unguardable, Jay.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Steph Curry matched up with Lillard. To Green. Curry. His first quarter struggles from deep continue. It's no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Curry. Down to Looney. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score.
And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
A simple touch foul.
New personnel coming on for Terry Stotts. Zach Collins. Green always looking for the steal. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's a problem city.
To Steph Curry. Down low for Turner. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
It's Curry controlling the offense. 4-3. He was all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Another follow. Stays out.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Lillard Matched up with the two-time MVP. The drive, right to the basket. D's got it. Damian Lillard. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
To Thompson. And he hits.
The defense is doing such a good job of denying him the ball and really getting in his pocket, but he got that one to go.
Lillard sizing up Draymond Green. Deep two there, won't go. To Thompson. Nothing going here on that drive. To Green. Oh, had him going there for a second. And it's Green, 4-2.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
Portland has the ball. Draymond Green tips it. Gets to the basket and scores.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Jay, they've been waiting for that to go down, but here they are trying to chip away and cut into this margin.
And there's nothing more frustrating as a shooter to get open looks and not see the ball go in. But if they do, that could be the start of a problem.
1 quarter down in this deciding Game 7. Jay and I are back at Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Livingston. Nine. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Time for some new personnel into the game. McCollum to Harkless. Seth Curry against the native of Sweden. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Livingston to bring it up. Trailing by 11. To Thompson. Yes, Klay Thompson. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Klay isn't usually a guy that goes to the bucket. He usually pulls up for threes, but that was a nice, easy lay-in right there.
Knocked loose. Warriors come away with it. Looking to push. To Sean Livingston. Jerebko can't get it to go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
C.J. McCollum, end-to-end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
So you're just going to let him go coast to coast like that?
Quinn Cook here against Harkless. To Thompson. Gets a shot off the mark.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
McCollum guarded by Livingston. The Blazers with 4 in the shot clock. C.J. McCollum. He's now 4 for 6.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Shot by Thompson misses.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Cook to bring it into the front court. His guys trail by 13. To Sean Livingston. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Klay Thompson at the line for 2 shots. A career 85% free throw shooter. Off the mark on the first free throw. he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. It's Portland ball. To McCollum. C.J. McCollum. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
One of the most underrated backcourts we have in the league. Dame with an assist to C.J. is something we hear all the time. No, we actually don't. We should probably hear a lot more of that.
Now that's a contest. To Lillard. Going to launch beyond the arc. And the rebound cleared by Thompson. And finishes strong.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
Down the lane to lay it in.
And a lot of folks last year, including myself, were surprised that Dame was named first-team All-NBA ahead of Russell Westbrook. Look, I love Dame's game, but come on, man. Russ averaged a triple-double for the second season in a row. Stop it.
McCollum into the front court. Up a dozen. Screen coming to Lillard. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
It seems like yesterday I was rapping with this kid during the NBA pre-draft workout. He looked scrawny. Nobody knew if he could really make it. But the arrow continues to point straight up for Dame Lillard. Another terrific season. A first-time All-NBA first-team player. Tied for 4th in the league in scoring last year. This kid is no doubt about it. Dame time.
McCollum against the former Cougar. For 3, it's good for 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Thompson. It was right there. To McCollum. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Big finish at the rim. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
We'll get a stoppage here. Timeout Portland, as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Lillard takes aim at Steph Curry. To McCollum. Deep left corner. McCollum buries it on the catch and shoot.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Yes, Klay Thompson. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, we are at halftime in Game 7. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports.
Back to Ed and Jay.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Curry to Thompson. Count the bucket for 2.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
To Harkless. Yes. And the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Mo Harkless trying to cash in on a three-point play. He wants this number up. 60% career free throw shooter. Curry. He's going to keep shooting them, but he misses yet again.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Lillard here against Steph. McCollum to Harkless from long range. They dared him, and he burns them.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide-open 3.
Jay, you had to figure sooner or later one of those threes was going to go down.
I don't know. I'm a little bit beside myself that they kept shooting the ball at that clip. I mean, when you miss that many shots in a row, you usually try to get to the rim, see the ball go in, then go inside out. But obviously, that's not the case.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
McCollum guarded by Looney. Wide open look, won't go. Curry into the front court. Down a bundle to Thompson. Nothing going here on that drive. To Curry. Beyond the arc for 3. And Stephen Curry, the fastest release in the NBA, hits the 3.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
McCollum, guarded by Klay Thompson. Cashes in for 2.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Thompson. To Curry. Here's a chance from long range. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Portland's got it. Lillard, defended by Steph Curry. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. To Thompson. A fundamental shot right there.
The savvy players, they create contact. They throw their arms in you. They even throw their bodies into you. And as soon as you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
And Stephen Curry. We say it time and time again. Not much the defense could have done there.
That's what great shooters do. They can miss all the shots in the world, but they're going to take that next one like they just made all the shots in the world.
Steph Curry matched up with Lillard. Thompson to Curry. Thompson. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Harkless to Lillard. Has a look. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
These breakdowns happen because the team lacks communication. You have to point towards your man, keep that butt towards the baseline, and make sure you communicate through every screen.
Now the Blazers will use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter.
As a player, this doesn't always happen, but it's a beautiful thing when everybody is allowed to be on the same page. Scouting report is being executed, you're being efficient with your jump shooting, your passes are crisp, you're listening to the coach on the sideline, and everything is working your way. You have to really appreciate these type of moments in the game of basketball.
Curry, not easy.
And he is just turning up here in the second half. In the first, he didn't seem that engaged. Now, he seems hungry.
McCollum with the basketball. Lead is 12. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
McCollum into the front court. His guys can get a 2-for-1 if they time this out. Add 2 points to the board.
And CJ is a guy that doesn't get the respect that he deserves on a nationwide level. 3 straight seasons averaging over 20 points per game. He's a guy that's automatically in range once he leaves the car entering the stadium.
Kevon Looney snatching it out of the air. Curry with the basketball. The deficit now up to 13. And the nice finish at the rim.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
Gets a look. Can't hit. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end with the Blazers in a comfortable spot. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
Curry. No good. That's great defense. To McCollum. Fires the 3, and the rebound taken by the Warriors. Thompson. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
TrailBlazers with the basketball. To Cantor. And the Warriors have the rebound. Curry. To Thompson. It goes down.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
McCollum with the basketball. Lead stands at 7. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Steph Curry, defended by Lillard. Thompson. To Curry. Fires the 3. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Lillard to McCollum. Screen coming. Lillard to McCollum. Lets it fly from long range. Can't blame the defense. Mo Harkless, tough 3.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse. They kick out for, guess what, another one.
It's Steph for 2. Not that time.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Has a chance, and it's Cantor. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
To Curry. To Thompson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Lillard here against Steph. To McCollum. Trying to cash in. Shot by McCollum won't go. The follow won't go either. Another follow, still no good.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, You save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
And C.J. McCollum, zero hesitation, knocks down the three.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Tough shot. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Lillard. Has a look. Deep two there. Won't go.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Steph Curry pins it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Thompson gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
And he'll go to the foul line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Damian Lillard has got 2 shots coming, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Curry with the ball. For 3. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Lillard here against Kevon Looney. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Damian Lillard, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout. They're down big in this 4th quarter. And a chance here to empty their bench. Curry, that right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
TrailBlazers take over. Lillard. Probing the defense. So Lillard. Over to the right side. Lillard. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. It's no good. Shots not going down. Curry. The hot night continues. He's hit 9 threes here tonight.
Uh-oh, someone's getting towards that single-game record territory. He's having that kind of night.
It's the TrailBlazers who get the victory. They are champions of the Western Conference. They're on their way to the